Got another question here. To ask a question about something called hijab. What is hijab? Is that the covering for the Muslims, right? Do Muslims have to wear the hijab? Yes or no? Hey, I'll give the jokes here. Set up by a 10-year-old Siraj. Now the answer, do Muslims have to grow the beard? We found out, not the ladies. So do Muslims have to wear the hijab? Not the men. That's very good. Oh, watch this guy. Do the women need to wear hijab? Yes or no? All together now. Do women need to wear hijab? Yes. Oh, well, we can't hear from the women, but too far back over there. But just raise your hands, ladies. Do women have to wear the hijab? Put up your hand if you say yes. I think some of these ladies have been to our program before. They already know this. Because if you only let me give a one-word answer, yes or no, I have to say what? No. Because if I say yes, then she has to wear it all the time. That would be the fact. If you said women, Muslim women must wear hijab, you didn't allow for anything, so that means just like the nuns in the Catholic Church, they wear it all the time. From the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. Only time they take it off, go to bed, or take a shower. Other than that, they got this hijab on all the time. And the nuns in the Catholic Church, they go to the convent. In the convent, it's only women. They still have to wear it all the time. Showing nothing but hands and face. That's what they do. It's not something new, is it? The only difference is here that they can never take it off. There's some other things too. They can't get married. They can't have children. They can't have grandchildren. They don't have much going on other than just full-time wearing a hijab and doing what? I don't know. None. They're doing none. I met some nuns, by the way, different ones, who became Muslims. Alhamdulillah. Yes, and they don't mind wearing hijab at all. And one of the first things they do, they get married. In that nun stuff. So, but actually the ladies don't have to do this unless there's a strange man who can see them. That's all it is. And it tells you that in the Quran. It also tells you who the ladies are. No ladies have to do it except believers. So if she's not a believer, that's not for her. Of course, that means she's not a Muslim. That also means she'd be destined for a pretty bad deal here and horrible in the next life. But for the believer, and Allah is saying it in Surah An-Nur chapter 24, verse 31, and tell the believing women. It says believing women in the English translation, what it says. To lower their gaze, guard their private parts, and to drop down, let down the khimar over Julibihinna. And this is in response to the verse before it that says, tell the believing man to lower their gaze, guard their private parts. And but it doesn't give them any order to wear any certain kind of clothes. Well, it's obvious if you do just a little bit of thinking that it's not women attacking men that have been the problem throughout the centuries, is it? So the women are the ones that need to protect themselves from the guys in the verse before who don't lower their gaze and don't protect their private parts. Duh! Now you understand. And it's an order, it's not a suggestion. This is Allah saying in the Quran to believing women to lower this khimar over Judaism. It does not say to put that around your neck. Because it's not just about covering up the chest. It is about covering everything except the hands and the face, and Allah knows best. So, and then it even tells you, except in front of who? Your father, your sons, and the list. You have a list there. You can look at. These are also men that she cannot marry. So anybody that she cannot marry, in regards to being related like that in a way, then it's not a problem. But that's not the only verse. Everybody talks about this verse. That's not the only verse. The other one also refers to the believing women, and this is in Surah Al-Khadeem. This is chapter 33, verse 59, and it says in there, Ya ayyuhan nabi, O my prophet, qul azwajika, tell your wives, wa banatika, your daughters, and the women of the believers, the believing women, that when they go out to draw their, what, we say jilbab, their abaya, cover their whole self up really good. And this totally negates the idea of wearing spandex and Levi's, blue jeans, tight pants, all this kind of thing. This is not in keeping with what Allah said in the Quran. So for the girl who's running around here in these designer blue jeans, and a real tight top on, and she got a pink scarf, it's not hijab. And she needs to be educated about this, because she's giving the wrong impression to what's hijab. She's not helping Islam, and we don't have in Islam, well, something's better than nothing. When it comes to ibadah, that is not true. If it's true, then why don't you just say, well, I prayed one rak'ah this morning for 5 days. Something's better than nothing. I'll fast a half a day in Ramadan. Something's better than nothing. And I'd like to make hajj, but I don't really have enough money. So I'll just, make my way over here to, Kuala Lumpur and go up and do tawaf around those Twin Towers. The something's better than nothing. That's not true. And there was one recently in the last decade who said this in Arabic. He went on TV and he had a TV show and he said these kind of things. But to be fair, he was not a scholar. He didn't study Islam. It was very popular. This TV show was so popular. Well, I guess so. That's a very popular thing. Tell the Muslims what? Whatever you want to do, just have a good intention. Do your best. Intention is everything. Yeah? Yeah. You can't help it. I intended to drink Coca-Cola. I'm sorry it turned out to be wine. Oh, wow. But, I had a good intention. You rob a bank. Why? Well, I was going to use some of the money to build an orphanage, Good intention. Something's better than nothing. It's not right, and it's an insult to yourself, it's an insult to the deen, and a big insult to the real women of Islam, the real believers who are wearing proper hijab, and it's an imperative for you brothers. You're responsible for the sisters to help them. This means that you will spend some money on them to get proper hijab. You don't just give them an old black rag and say have a good time. You take them out, get them proper hijab, and while you're out there spending some money on that, buy them some jewelry too, though. Diamonds are nice. Gold is highly appreciated, but the clear one, they like it. Is that right, ladies? Did I say it right? I didn't hear you.